box hero. Got stars in his eyes. He's a ballot box hero. He took one box hero. Stars in his eyes. Ballot box hero. He'll come alive tonight.
Good afternoon, good morning, good what have you. Welcome to primer number 2 of the U.S. 2024 Senate elections. Been a little bit behind on getting all of these in, but there's been a lot of chaos. So, I see Callum's in, Prime's in. Greetings, gentlemen. And, yeah, kind of excited to get back into this. I actually plan on trying to do some sort of streaming or content more regularly. Had a schedule in mind, but it's kind of blown out of the water at the moment. But that's irregardless. So, as you all possibly know, or possibly not, depending on if we've got any new viewers, we here at the Bleach Demon Repository for Lost Souls, electoral campaigns, we try to go and cover each of the Senate races, trying to, we'll show you the Ballotpedia little write-up, the campaign website, kind of go through that briefly, some critiques and whatnot, and then leave it up to you. So, today we have Arizona, Connecticut, Delaware, Maine, Hawaii, and Florida. Almost had it perfectly alphabetical, and then I forgot Hawaii and Florida. Yeah. Who cares? Except maybe people that live there, but that's not my problem. All right, so we will start by hopping in to Arizona and Carrie Lake. She is a news anchor by profession. So take that for what you will. One of the few, shall we say, reporters out there that I have not completely cringed about. Let's take a look at her campaign website. Okay, we've got the about issues, endorsements, no one cares, getting involved, events, stores, and press. Also, apparently I can get a yard sign. So, boilerplate, Carrie's mission, yada, yada, yada. So, not much on the splash page. Let's take a look at the about. Daughter of a teacher and nurse, Carrie grew up in Iowa alongside her 8 siblings. So, yeah, there might have been a little bit of squabbling there for the kids going forward. Yeah, wow. 8 siblings. That's actually pretty impressive. So, let's see. Career in news industry. Truth in Journalism rejected the agenda-driven press after 27 years, so she saw how bad it was. Okay, let's get into the issues. Mama Bear Initiative. Hate the phrasing Mama Bear because it just strips away the necessity for men in such things, but that's just my personal beef. 10-point plan for border security. Cut inflation, reduce the deficit, cryptocurrency. That's kind of interesting. Water for the West. That's nothing new. That's a long-term thing. Make America energy dominant. That's interesting. Homelessness, quality of life, education, and abortion. All right. And we'll just take a look at the border plan. So, yeah, lots of boilerplate. All right, remove the provision that allows endemic crime in a person's country of origin to qualify them for asylum. Many of the U.S. largest Democrat-run cities have violent crime rates similar to, if not higher, than some of the countries the people are leaving. Interesting. Require automatic and immediate deportation for individuals crossing the border outside of official ports of entry. Hire hundreds, thousands, if necessary, of new judges. Ooh, that gets into a squishy area. I understand the sentiment, but build additional facilities on the border to house claimants. Okay. Expand and enforce E-Verify. That is an old law, and that needs to just be enforced. Welded the doors open. Yeah, that's kind of the Kamala approach, isn't it? So, all right. And a quick look into the store. I always like looking in the stores, because sometimes the cringe there is amazing. And so far, the only cringe is the "We Can Do It" lawn sign, which I expect nothing else from a woman in politics. All right. So, that's Carrie Lake running for senator. Now we've got Ruben Gallego or Gallego, depends on if I really care what he wants to say about it. So he's a Democrat member of the House of Representatives. He assumed office in 2023. So he's not even a full-term member of the House. Interesting. Let's see. So career politics, not a good sign. Went to Harvard, also not a good sign. U.S. Marine Corps. Okay. Let's look at his site. All right. First off, when you click on a site and it starts with a video, that's always cheap. I always feel like it's cheap. So, all right. His little biography. Honestly, unless it's like, you're a serial killer or something, I really am not that interested in your whole life story. Just give me the basics. So, all right. Son of immigrants raised by a single mom. Okay, well, everybody here knows the Sultan's questioning of people raised by a single mother. Growing up, went to Harvard, then Iraq. Company saw some high casualties of the war. I mean, I'll doff my hat to a Marine combat vet, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily qualified to become a senator. Priorities. All right, let's blow that up, because I'm sure he will. Abortion, Arizona families, economy, education, environment and climate change, healthcare, immigration, inflation, alphabet people, national security, Arizona water, tribal communities, veterans, voting rights, and democracy. So, as we looked at Carrie Lake, we'll look at here. Oh, greetings, Maureen. You're here for the Senate primer. Congratulations. You'll be miserable. Let's see. Proud son of immigrants, Ruben knows that for millions of Arizonans, immigration's not just a political issue, but a personal one. Let's see. Border communities are not war zones that the news stations portray them as, facing serious crisis. Dude, come on, Ruben. You know that there's problems when you turn your blind eye to it and try not to address things. It's just not great. Yep, he's a DREAM Act proponent, all that. So, yeah, I don't think we need to know anymore. If you're, and just to say, if you're a single policy voter and you're going for water, that's basically going to be every candidate in Arizona. So we will see. Oh, we've got a shop. Let's see how cringe Ruben is. Not terribly cringe, but what on God's green earth? El Senador Gallardo? He's going for the vote, and you know which one I mean. All right, well, goodbye, Eduardo Gallego. Let's talk about Eduardo Quintana. Let's see, yada, yada. This part of Ballotpedia is just boilerplate crap sometimes. It doesn't necessarily go into the candidates anything. So we'll just skip that and go to his webpage. Where's donate? Big and bold like everyone else. Grassroots democracy, social justice, nonviolence, ecological sustainability. So this is what the Green Party believes, but not necessarily what Eduardo believes. Which, I mean, yes, you're representing a party in theory, but really, just tell us what you think, Eduardo. All right, so grassroots democracy. All human beings must be allowed to say in decisions that affect their lives. No one should be subject to the will of another. And yet, that's all they want to talk about, is you submitting to the will of the government, which is, in theory, an entity. So, social justice and equal opportunity, ecological wisdom, as Bezic would have a field day with that. Peace and nonviolence. We need to develop effective alternatives to society's current pattern of violence. Work to demilitarize and eliminate weapons of mass destruction without being naive. That is a naive position. When the rest of the world is ratcheting up to leave yourself open so you can have a lasting personal community and global peace is naive. Decentralization of wealth and power. Wealth and power. Yeah. We'll move on, because we've got a large slate of candidates. Community-based economics, feminism and gender equality, reverse. Respect for diversity, future focus and sustainability, personal and global responsibility. And right there, that's all you need to know about Eduardo. This is the kind of senator you're electing. Oh, it's not just a light odor primed. So, one last candidate, and typically I don't do write-ins, but I figured, there's actually a self-professed libertarian running. So, yeah. Sarah Williams, no actual information on Ballotpedia. Lovely. So, she identifies herself as a write-in, which, I will say, I like write-ins. I just wish that maybe the process to get on ballots was simplified for third-party kind of candidates. So, yeah. We probably won't win, but we might as well try. If you don't like any of the options, just write Sarah Williams on your ballot. This is why, one of the many reasons, it's like, oh, well, we're not going to win, but here, have a protest vote of somebody that you can throw your vote away for. It's stupid, honestly. By running for office, I'm to raise awareness of the third-party option and champion a system where every vote genuinely counts. It's time for a political revolution where big money no longer dictates who runs this country, and where every citizen's voice can contribute to shaping our nation's future. I'm going to keep running every election, so hopefully one day our voices will be heard. Again, this is just pure idiocy. I'm sorry. If she was serious, actually serious, she would run for a city council position or a state legislative position, anything other than on a national ballot. Because if you cannot prove as a party that you do anything, and I mean anything, other than, oh, well, you got to make awareness. I mean, sorry, nobody cares about awareness. So, yeah, her issues: gun control, Second Amendment, and she bloviates on about properly secured, concern illegal firearms by criminal elements. I mean, duh. It's like personal responsibilities and recognition of societal safety concerns. Typical, just junk. Adoption and abortion, mental health and education, affordable housing and tourism. Those seem kind of odd to pair together. Unless she's wanting to do something about, like, vacation rentals by owner type business structures. Innovative fitness for all. Welcome to the fitness and health revolution. There's something that I find very unlibertarian about that position. And then sexual and gender minorities, libertarian Christian, I believe, fundamental principle that God loves everyone and that all individuals, including alphabet, deserve the same rights and respect as anyone else. She doesn't understand the whole, cultural war dynamics, but that's fair. And to top it all off, remember with Eduardo? Yeah. She's about goat yoga. A man so humiliated by the fact that he has to hold a goat to get his wife or girlfriend off his back. All I need to say. All right, so moving from the great state of Arizona to the little teeny tiny ward of a state called Connecticut. So, Murphy is a current incumbent. He is the successor of Joe Lieberman. So, let's see what he has done. So he was a former attorney, surprise, surprise, and went to a lot of schools, Williams College, Connecticut. Okay, so basically a lifetime politician. Yeah, look at this. So yeah, if he went to, he graduated in 2010, 2008, something like that. And he's been in the House since 2011. This is another lifetime politician. So, let's dig into old Chris Murphy for Senate. So, all right. Trying to do the old Joe Biden. Well, if you ain't black, What a useless website. All right, let's take a look at the bio. Dedicated his career to serving the people of Connecticut. Yeah. So, yep, talks about gun violence. Earned reputation as a serious legislator who will stand up for his principle and reach across the aisle. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep, Connecticut roots. Congratulations, you still live in the same state. He wouldn't, Sandy Hook wouldn't rest until Washington took a stance. Yada, yada, yada. Affordable Health Care Act. I mean, at least he's still married. That's what I gotta say. All right, let's take a look at the issues. Growing Connecticut's economy. Health insurance, medical care, and addiction, like the addiction to, well, politics, gun violence, addressing the climate crisis. The fight against climate change is existential. Yeah. Yep, here we go. Supporting communities frontline climate change, putting a path to reduce greenhouse emissions by 2030 by 40%. Yeah. Protecting our nation and veterans. Connecticut values. Well, is he going to become a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court? Young Ian Cameron. Maybe. Oh, here we go. Protecting our democracy. In the wake of January 6th, states across the country passed laws making it more difficult to vote and Republican election deniers to run for office up and down ballot. Key member of the bipartisan group of lawmakers that reformed the antiquated Electoral Count Act. Votes tallied in Congress. Yeah. Saving our democracy. Hey, Dave. Good seeing you. And then, so this is, his Senate page. So we can skip over that. We only look at campaign pages here. All right. And this is his competitor. And go away, little box. All right. It won't go away. So Matthew Corey, Hartford, Connecticut, profession businessman. Okay. That's nice and vague. Let's see. Went to the Navy from 82 to 87. Worked as Postal Service. Truck driver for Teamsters. Now Roadway Corporation. Oh, well. Roadsters. Teamsters in Roadway. High-rise window cleaning company. So he's kind of more of a blue-collar kind of guy. And in the Screen Actors Guild? Okay, well. I'm sure he's had a bit part where he said one line somewhere. So, thanks, Dave, for sharing it out on Twitter. I never remember to post my stuff on Twitter. Shame on me, I guess. All right, Matthew Corey, U.S. State Senator. I got distracted by the FOP endorsement. So, donate today, meet Matt. Yep, 64, lifelong resident. Yada, yada, yada. Following his military service. Works Postal Service, Teamsters, yada, 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 yada. Which I've already covered. So, let's take a look at the issues. I like bullet point lists. They're so much better. Let's see. Building a strong economy. Control taxes and spending. That's shocking. Take on China, support Connecticut's private insurance industry, apprenticeship programs. Okay, that's the first time I've seen anyone mention that, and that is truly amazing. Let's see, make our lives affordable, extend tax cuts, stop taxing tip income, stop taxing Social Security. Wow. Secure our border, peace through strength, support Israel. Okay, well, people that are on about that will know where he stands. Make our community safer, back the blue, put our communities first. Okay, stop interest bailouts, yeah, and nation building. So, photos, yada yada yada. Okay, so no fun to be had with his merch shop. And then we go to the Robert Hyde of the Cheaper Gas Groceries Party. Okay, I gotta admit, I like the name of the party. He might be a shit politician, but at least that's a fun name. It's like the rent is too damn high party. So, yep. Oh, he's got a candidate connection article. Let's see. Born and raised in Connecticut. He was a veteran, served in Iraq in 2003. Let's see. Yep. So let's see. Business endeavors, toys for tots, yada, yada, yada. So I don't care about the rest of the boilerplate. But let's take a look at his campaign website. So this is Hyde for the Senate. Proud veteran, community leader, joined the team, yada, yada, yada. Let's take a look at his about. So, Marine Corps and Iraqi freedom, independent-minded candidate, U.S. Senate, Kentucky, Marine Corps. Let's see. Beyond military achievements, Robert's transition to entrepreneurship, leadership capabilities, small business. Okay. So, all right, let's get into issues. If you really want to look it up, by all means. But I think we've spent enough on Mr. Grocery's party. Key issues: individual liberties, constitutional right, protecting constitutional rights, First and Second Amendment. Excellent. Election integrity. Parental rights, ban mandates that infringe upon personal freedoms, protect women's sports, ban critical race theory in schools. He kind of does look a little bit like Count Dankula, doesn't he? Just American and not ginger. Let's see. Allow parents to audit school curriculum. Economic prosperity, fair trade, America first, border security, educational reform, social policies, foreign policy, scrap the Iran deal. Good man. Let's see. Stand with key allies, including Israel and Ukraine. That always gives you pause. Yeah, that always gives you pause. Science, technology, and environment. Law enforcement and public safety. Drug-related crimes, increase penalties for fentanyl and other drug-related issues. Combat organized crime. So there we go. And then, let's see, volunteer coalitions, yada, yada. Ah, we've got a shop. I always like going to the shops because they're just so bizarrely cringe. Yeah. Well, nothing completely cringe here. I'm a little disappointed. Alrighty, well, we will consider our time with Mr. Hyde done and move on to Justin Pagliano. And let's see. Bridgeport, bachelor's Brown. My brain read that as Warren Airport Medical School at Brown. Yeah. So he is running for the Green Party. Let's see. Profession, political organizer. Tells you what you need to know. All right. Oh, my. Oh, my. All right. Rights for all, Justin for all. My. Meet Justin and his receding hairline. I can make these jokes. Justin Pagliano is a published and award-winning medical doctor, PhD scientist living in Guilford, Connecticut. Transitioned from a 17-year career in medical science and virology to dedicate more time to his family, political activism, as music. So he's married with kids. Good for him. Teaches piano, performs vocally, and okay. Let's see. Ran for Green Party line, congressional seat, District 3. District comprising 25 towns. Okay, and remember what I said earlier about the Libertarians, where they always go for like national elections. At least the Green Party, and I hate to give them credit for anything, but at least they're going for like low-level stuff. Whether they get it or not is irrelevant, but they're still going low-level. And, you're going to make me have to do the drop-down box stuff, Mr. Pagliano. Clean energy, Medicare for all, equality education, for policy peace, diligent public health, fair economy, ranked choice voting, liberty, and justice. Fair... That's not what I clicked on. Okay, your website's broken. Your website is really broken. Wow. All right. Let's see if I can get to the ranked choice voting thing. No, it doesn't exist, apparently. Well, Dr. Pagliano, I think we have spent enough time with you. I'll just read through one of his issues a little bit, because I do want to try to give a fair shake to them, because war is a horror that must be avoided whenever possible. Every life lost in combat is the life irreplaceable loved one, parent, sibling, child. Iraq War resulted in 3,836 American casualties. Constitution, power to declare war in Congress. If I were a member of Congress, I'd never vote in favor of war unless they were convinced absolutely war is a last resort, necessary to defend our people from an already initiated attack or to intervene in a catastrophic humanitarian crisis. Yeah. All right, well, goodbye, Doctor. And now we move to the ice cream state of Delaware. And we're starting off with Eric Hansen. Profession executive, Yale School of Management. Let's see. Where career experience includes executive at Walmart, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson. Okay. Let's see what non-politician unifier results. It says every politician. Let's see. Join the movement. Policies. All right. Well, he's just going right in, isn't he? Fix broken schools. Healthcare and prescription drug affordability. the environment, reduce gun and violent crime, the economy, abortion, foreign policy, trust in government, my goals. So, all right. Oh, it's one of these websites. I really don't like this style. Hansen is not a politician. That's a good thing. No kidding. Eric grew up mostly in Florida. Like too many often struggling at age of 12, go to church, faithful, yada, yada, yada. Far too many, the American dream is too far off, dwindling savings accounts. Yeah. 6 in 10 people. All right, so here we go. Worked at Walmart, after Walmart, including SVP and Global Executive Director. Let's see. It was during COVID that he decided to move to Delaware and settle down. So he's not really enmeshed with the culture per se. And I'm not going to say that should be a prerequisite for every candidate, but I will say it usually does make a big difference as far as how you communicate and talk with the people around you. So, since he's got his issues out of the order that I like, let's grab reduce gun and violence crime. All right. Prosecutors too often are not aggressively prosecuting gun violence and violent crime. I'll add federal resources to ensure that most dangerous violent criminals are prosecuted and imprisoned, drug dealers behind bars. So it's just like this weird catchphrase, reduce gun and violent crime, because he barely talks about actual gun crime. He goes on about 60% of prisoners in Delaware back within 3 years, so recidivism, nonviolent, we need to end in support system for in-prison vocational training, yada, yada, yada. So not awful, it just poorly framed. So there's not a whole lot else there with Eric Hansen. Let's look at Lisa Blunt Rochester. And let's see, she is a member of the U.S. House. And her term ends, so she's not overlapping. Oh, hey Trim, good seeing you here. Be sure to molest the like button. It's kind of kinky for that sort of thing, apparently. Let's see. So, yep. She went to Fairleigh Dickinson University and University of Delaware. And it doesn't look like she's done anything other than worked in government. Yay. All right, let's take a look at Lisa Blunt Rochester. Oh, let's see. Running to bring bright hope to the U.S. Senate and to America. Her story starts with bright hope. That sounds like some sort of like military operation to depose a dictator or something. Join the move. Oh, we've got a store. We're gonna get to that eventually. All right, let's meet Lisa and see what she's all about. If her website works, well, at least her website works. That's a good sign. So far, Bobcat, you missed Arizona and Connecticut. And one of the Delaware ice cream state people. See, it is kind of shaped like a soft serve ice cream cone that an old man's taking a bite out of. So, let's see what the hell she's on about. Bright Hope Church is where Lisa's grandmother worshiped for decades. Spiritual home. Oh, okay, that makes better than some subversive operation to overthrow a third world dictator. Guided by those values to run for the Senate, deliver for the people of Delaware. As a widow, mother, grandmother, and public servant, she knows the importance, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Oh, look, there's a little Dominican Republic flag back there. Let's see. Grew up in Wilmington, graduated high school there. First job, working burgers. Flipping burgers, same difference. Experience spark, got it. Let's see. Lisa helped people challenging times, Social Security benefits, IRS dispute, housing needs, cabinet of... okay. Yeah, definitely kind of a lifer. Cabinets of Delaware Governors Carper and Mininer, breaking barriers, Secretary of Labor, Deputy Secretary of Health and Social Services, State Personnel Director. Yeah. So she's played ball. Sudden unexpected of her loss of her husband, poured her grief, ran for Congress. And, marked the first time Delaware sent a person of color to Congress. Nobody cares. That's not a policy issue. Delivered for Delaware, yada, yada, yada. All right, let's take a look at her issues. Agriculture, bipartisanship and working together, climate, democracy and voting rights, economy, education, gun violence prevention, healthcare, immigration, innovation, technology, alphabet rights, public safety and justice reform, reproductive freedom, abortion, and veterans issues. So let's take a look at... this will be fun. On Jan 6, Lisa was trapped in a balcony overlooking the House floor when insurrectionists attacked our Capitol. She saw firsthand how fragile our democracy is. Yeah. Yep, exactly, Trim. So, yeah, that says everything you need to know. Yep. Early in 2024, the Delaware Superior Court ruled to remove access to early voting and permanent absentee ballots. Lisa will continue to sound the alarm on right-wing extremist attacks on our voting rights. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion she'll win because it's ice cream aware. But, yeah. Let's take a look at the store, because this is always fun. Wow. Yeah, this is always that kind of cringe, modern art kind of crap. Same with Pride sticker, set of 2 for $15. A onesie? Sorry, yeah, you support abortion. There should be no onesies in your store. And, yep. All right, so that is Lisa Blunt Rochester. And then we have, as an independent, Michael Katz. Katz earned bullshit from Bates College as an MBA from Georgetown University. Let's see. College, Bates, Georgetown Medicine. Worked as a physician, anesthesiologist, outpatient anesthesiology specialist. So he has practical experience. And in the past, he was a Democrat, apparently. And a member of the Delaware Senate from 2009 to 2013. Interesting. So he's either disaffected or he's gone very far left. Dr. Katz. Independent for the U.S. Senate of Delaware. Uniting America. All right. Let's see. Let's talk. Let's see Dr. Mike. Dedicated thousands of hours in the operating room overseeing cares of patients, yada, yada, yada. And from CEO, hardworking. Okay. To Mike, the divisive state of our nation is like a cancer eating away at the body of our democracy, addressing critical issues like healthcare access, inflation, our economy, quality education, and the dysfunction of our government demands unity. Interesting. So, yada, yada, yada. Don't care, don't care. So, I'm because he posted this, I'm going to go and see what he says. Just briefly. Interesting. Now, once again, America is deeply divided. We have a chance and the power, opportunity to heal the immense pain and brokenness so pervasive in our country today. Learning how to speak one another with respect and civility about issues that face our country. All right. So, this guy is actually a little more interesting than expected. Hey, LGM. Maureen, a onesie with the text, "My mom allowed me to live." Oh, God, yeah, it's very entertaining. All right. Here we go. Why I'm an independent. Running to eliminate the corruption and influence of money from our government and create a system that truly works for everyone. I refuse to accept campaign donations. This is a completely grassroots, volunteer-driven movement that puts citizens back in charge of the government. I mean, I'm not gonna really be able to say too much bad about it. He's high-minded, but at least he's not cringe-inducing. Let's see. Strong economy, jobs, cost of living, healthcare, veterans, first responders, fixing structural issues in the U.S. government. Like many Delawareans and Americans, I'm deeply concerned about the divisiveness and dysfunction of Congress. The Democrat and Republican parties fuel this division to maintain their power, but it's time for change. All right. Education, the vote, home ownership, environment, yada, yada, yada. So, let's see. Serving Delaware. Ooh. Wow. Dr. Mike Katz pledges to introduce term limits legislation within the first 90 days of office. Wow. All right. If I lived in Delaware, I would probably be voting for Dr. Mike Katz. I mean, just on this issue alone. Benefits of term limits: preventing career politicians, reducing corruption, encouraging fresh ideas, increasing accountability, enhancing representation. Let's see. Encouraging political participation, limiting power accumulation, reducing bipartisanship, or partisanship. Same difference. Promoting fairness, improving legislative efficiency, and adapting to change. You know, Yeah, Trib, I'm with you. This is like the only candidate that I've run across that I'm like, this guy's interesting. Yep. No, yeah, Dave. I mean, a lot of term limit legislation gets introduced, never goes anywhere every election cycle. Yeah, I mean, I've just never seen a candidate run with that as being one of their big public things that they're promoting. So, granted, I don't have a memory for every campaign issue, but yeah. So he goes on to attack Lisa Blunt, Eric Hansen. So, do I think this guy will really do anything worthwhile? No, he's not. But if I were to have a protest vote in Delaware, it would probably be this guy. All right. So, yeah, that is Dr. Mike Katz, who has a really poorly framed picture of himself with corn. Oh, well. All right, now we are moving to Florida, the Sunshine State. So we have Rick Scott, the current incumbent. And let's see. Went to University of Missouri, Kansas City, Southern Methodist University, healthcare lawyer and executive. Or healthcare executive and lawyer. All right. Went in the Navy as a radar tech. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. So let's dive in. Yeah, I'm going to block you until the day is done. All right. Again, this stupid crap with like, hey, yeah, let's just show a video and okay. That's nice. Lots of crap. All right. Raised in the Midwest by his mother. So, yep, worked several jobs. World War II vet, adoptive father. So at least he wasn't just a single mother household. Radar man aboard the USS Glover. Bought his first business, a donut shop. Yada, yada, yada. Let's see. Yep, two-term governor of Florida. Governor of Florida. Yada, yada, yada. Download headshot. No, thank you. So, let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's anything standing out. No, I mean, yeah, again, typical career politician. The only thing of note, last fall he challenged Mitch McConnell for leader of Senate. He's sick of watching Republicans continue to cave to Democrats, had them pass policy to hurt working families. Yada, 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 yada. All right, American Rescue Plan. No, we are not watching your video. Sorry, Rick. All right. Man. Education, colorblind equality, safety and crime, immigration. Will secure our border, finish building the border wall, and name it after President Donald Trump. Growth and economy, government reform and debt, fair fraud elections, family, gender, life science, men are men, women are women, unborn babies are babies. We believe in science. Religious liberty and big tech. America first, we're Americans, not globalists. Cutting taxes. Okay. Nothing big there. Oh, in Espanol. I mean, if it wasn't Florida and had a large Cuban uh, influence, then I would probably be a little more irked by that. And the shop, let's see. Ecuadorians for Rick Scott. Puerto Ricans, just stop. Just stop. They're either U.S. citizens or they're from some other place and shouldn't be voting. That's cringe as hell. Shirts, t-shirts. I lost my golf ball set. Oh, yes. Yeah. Ugh, those signs were cringe. All right, so that's Rick Scott, incumbent, and his opponent, Debbie Mukasel Powell. She's on the ballot. Democrat Party member of the House of 26th District. So, yep, she went to Petzer College, Claremont. Her profession is a senior advisor. A senior advisor? The hell does that mean? Hi, I'm old and I'm here to advise you seniorly, or maybe it's senior advisor. Good Lord. So you guys get all of this in real time. My reaction to just stupid, idiotic titles like senior advisor. Senior advisor, it sounds like you're helping a restaurant. No, I don't want to donate now or ever. Oh my. Ugh, the color scheme. So yeah, mother, Latina, and immigrant. Yeah. Have fun, Trim. Go chop a seagull or something for us. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at people's appearance. All right, let's meet Debbie. Her story is Florida's story. So she was conquered by Spain, then had a French colony attempted on her that got destroyed, then decided to sell it over to the United States for the Black Hawk Wars, and then gets pounded by hurricanes. Is that what I'm hearing? Yes, LGM. I think he might be. That might be considered self-harm in Trim's case, which we want to encourage him not to do. Let's see. While her mother worked double shifts at home health care provider, Debbie worked at a donut shop because she had to find donut holes. College, Florida International University, yada, yada, yada. Serving Congress, Debbie fought to expand the opportunity for every American. Debbie wrote a bill to expand seniors' health care advantage while she worked with the Republicans to provide economic relief. Okay, big family. Cool, I guess. Don't care. As long as there's no weird scandals, happy for them. Let's see, running Senate because democracy and our economy, our rights, and blah, blah, blah. That was the lamest biography I have ever read. Let's see. Hey, look at that. A new Simply Sketchy at the moment. The trimmed leaves. Yeah, funny that. All right. Let's see. On the Iswas. Don't mess with my people. So you're running to represent everyone, but you're going with my people, playing up the ethnic crap. I hate seeing that. Reducing high costs and inflation. Well, sure. Protecting Social Security and Medicare. Lowering the cost of health care. Protecting clean water in our environment. Yeah, because the Republicans are running on filthying up the world. Thanks. Thanks, Debbie. Keeping our communities and kids safe, as it should be. Putting national security and democracy first. Regimes across the world, like Nicaragua and Russia, brutalize their own populations, wage destructive wars, and threaten international stability. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, she did one as a senior advisor. She led the push for the Summit of the Americas to ban Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. Believes these illegitimate regimes shall never be normalized and stands against Vladimir Putin. Yeah. Protecting women's rights to health care and abortion. Yeah. Right. Because she has a very slim likelihood of... Yeah, exactly, Dave. It's just more BS. Yeah. All right. Let's an action center. All right. Let's go to the store and see. Oh. No mass. Row over Rick. Wow. Wow. That hurt to look at. Let's see. All products. Let's go for all products. That was all products already. Oh, a tote. Watch us vote wine tote. That's what I'm calling it. Right. I think I'm done looking at Debbie Mucassel Powell, yada, yada, yada. All right. So, Fina Bonin, Libertarian Party for Florida. So she went to Hawaii Pacific University. Served in the U.S. Navy, and her profession is artist. If you couldn't tell by her little, yeah, that's just never a good look to me. Let's see, aesthetically painful, says LGM. I kind of. I kind of want to go through and like show Bezic all of this cringe from websites, but me seeing it once is more than enough. All right, so Fina Bonin, trusted, veteran, experienced, running for the people. Far too long our nation has been duped and divided by the two old parties that bought and paid for by the highest bidder. There's never been an election more important right now than the Libertarian and get our country on the right track. Sure. All right. And let's see, let's look at her about. I'm very active. Okay. Fina is dynamic, principled libertarian candidate running for U.S. Senate from the state of Florida. Rich background, blends professional achievements, passionate advocacy for individual liberties, poised to bring a fresh libertarian perspective to the Senate. Senate candidate focused on advocating for policies to promote economic prosperity, protect civil liberties, ensure peaceful international stance, committed to fighting for tax reform, burden individuals, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Not a whole lot on her. And let's take a look at her issues. Economic freedom and fiscal responsibility, non-interventionist foreign policy, gun rights. Fina upholds Second Amendment rights, Floridians and all Americans to own and carry firearms for self-defense, recreation, and other lawful purposes. Opposed undue restrictions on gun ownership while advocating responsible. All right, so she's got that right. Immigration reform. Open and efficient immigration respects the dignity of individuals seeking a better life. Enhancing cultural diversity. Yeah. Active in what way? But that's about it. And she's probably bad at it. Yeah, I agree, Bobcat. I agree. Let's see. Privacy and surveillance. Educational choice and reform. Property rights and environmental stewardship. Healthcare reform. You know, one thing I didn't see is the abortion issue. And since that's been made a big thing, I'm surprised she hasn't made a big deal about it, one way or the other. All right, and she's got a shop too. This is what I think she was really in it for, is like getting people to give her money. Okay. I'm clicking, but I'm not seeing any action. Right. Well, I guess it's so cringe that she's photosynthesized her self out of existence. Well, let me go back to the home page one more time. No. All right. So that is Fina Bonin, libertarian. And then, let's see, also in Florida. Let's see, a man whose profession is fundraiser. That's Ben Everidge. Or Everidge. Born in Springfield, American University, degree in Georgetown. His career experience is a fundraiser. What the hell? Wow. Okay. Together we can do better. Life for Floridians. A better democracy for our country. All right, let's meet Ben. Okay. My family is my proudest accomplishment. My wife, Nan, married in Orlando, yada, yada. 4 adult children, good for them. No grandchildren. Where are our grandchildren? Come on, pop them out. Let's see. And a golden retriever named Goose. Well, we usually know what happens to individuals named Goose, now don't we? And a grand cat named... Oh, good. Right. All right. Ben didn't know his father growing up because his parents divorced while he was very young. What? Okay, that just that's phrased very strangely. Raised by a single mother, civil servant, dental hygienist, moved for work, Air Force bases, yada yada yada. Cocoa Beach, so he got to meet I Dream of Jeannie. His father died when he was a teenager. Okay, and I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm not sure how that really affects one. Yeah. Brevard College, Bachelor Arts, professional brush with politics, campaign aide to then Florida State Representative Bill Nelson. Not to be confused with Mike Nelson. Yes, Maureen, you got the reference. Congratulations. Although, you might want to get your understooting better and faster. Let's see. Congressional staff experience. Legislation to World Cup. Congress worked on many landmark pieces of legislation. Mergers, acquisitions on Wall Street, Olympics, Superfund, Amtrak, Conrail funding. Interesting. Diagnosed with stage 2, level 5 malignant melanoma. Interferon, yada. I'm sorry to hear that. Changed Ben's life forever. Knowledgeable, dedicated. Okay. So he's an advocate now. Let's see. Launch of a new party. Okay. On the Iswas. Alright. For yada yada. Helping ensure good jobs, fair pay, safe, affordable housing, more stressless retirement. I read that as more stress, less retirement. Sometimes I wonder where my head goes while reading. Accessible healthcare, stable climate, sound education, honoring veterans, infrastructure improvement, bridges, railroads falling apart before our eyes. Democracy and protecting Florida. Democracy is under attack from outside as well within our country. Okay. Women's health and reproductive rights. I will fight to restore and preserve a women's rights to health reproductive rights nationally. It's imperative we ensure that women have right to their reproductive systems. Make Roe v. Wade undisputed law of the land. Yet, deregulation versus overregulation is his next thing. Flat tax. Okay, so he's kind of a Ross Perot type, balanced budget, thoughtful, consistent foreign policy. Well, good luck with that. Defensible defense. Smarter U.S. intelligence. No, not really. Premium on self-sufficiency. Puts premium on self-sufficiency. This doesn't mean a safety net. Possible, okay, yeah. Public-private philanthropic partnerships. Discrimination into division and culture wars. Division and culture war waged in state capitals in Washington must end. Okay, but what does that mean? I just don't understand. Like that has no meaning. It's just words strung together, and you can barely understood what he's saying. All right, Winter Garden, take action, news, yada yada. So no storefront, and no broken storefront either. All right. So let's see. We have Tuan Nguyen, whatever. Bad with names, not going to apologize for mispronouncing things. So, let's see, he went to Concordia, Florida Institute of Technology, an electrical engineer. So he's going to be anal retentive about everything that he does. Understood how to be a Dutch person and say understood. Yes. All right, we have a new meme. Thank you. You revel in it, Maureen. You revel in it like a politician revels debate. All right. So apparently he goes by the abbreviation TQ, Tuan Nguyen. Let's see. Came to the United States, established residence after the Vietnam War. Okay, so an actual refugee. He looks like Mr. Sulu's dad. No, he seems far more, I don't know, interesting. Let's see. Managed to flee a Vietnamese communist regime. TQ had the opportunity to live, study several countries, visited abroad. Upon graduation, debuted his engineering profession with Ericsson. Cool. Moved to the United States. So, let's see. Engineer by profession, human rights advocate by vocation, blended experiences, unique skill set, and help those who are less fortunate, victim of human rights violation and religious persecution. And considering he's a Vietnamese Catholic, yeah, I can see why. Besides English, TQ is fluent in French and Vietnamese. So, absence, voice, and voters in Florida, increasing assertiveness of the authoritarian regimes posed a threat to United States democracy and its liberal world order. Okay. So, let's see. No, that just takes me back. All right. Immigration reform. 11 million illegal immigrants has resolved to a fair and effective solution beneficial to all stakeholders. I hate that word because it kind of means it's abused. Let's see. Education reform, healthcare reform, foreign policy. And so not a huge list of things, but TQ, Tuan Nguyen, at least he's less crazy than a lot of the other politicians that we've covered. All right. So that moves us to the last member, Howard Nepper. And this is all I've got for you. I think, yeah, he's got a Facebook page, but he's the candidate of mystery. President, founder, Presidential Global Condominium Property Management. Went to Miami-Dade College. That's it. But he is a on-the-ballot candidate. So, I'm going to take a quick little break, get myself pumped up on a little bit more coffee, and I'm going to give you all a little bit of a song and dance.
Standing in the rain with his head held high, clicking up balance. It was an IB10 show, but the wrong crowd. He could picture the scene, put his ear to the wall, didn't like the distance scream. He heard one vote, just blew him away. He saw stars in his eyes, and the fear was sure that one vote felt good in his hands. Didn't take long to understand. Just one vote, slowing way down low, was a one-way ticket, only one way to go. So he started voting, ain't never gonna stop. Gotta keep on voting, someday gonna make it to the top and be a ballot box hero. Got stars in his eyes, he's a ballot box hero. He took one box hero, stars in his eyes. Ballot box hero, he'll come alive tonight. In a town without a name, in a heavy downpour, thought he passed his own shadow by the ballot box door. Like a trip through the past to that day in the rain, and that one vote made his whole life change. Now he needs to keep on voting. You just can't stop. Gotta keep on voting. That boy has gotta stay on top.
All right. Welcome back to me. Well, you know, have to power wash something, I guess. Alrighty. So, we are in Hawaii now. Mazie K. Hirono, incumbent. And the previous senator that she replaced was Daniel Akaka. Just because it's fun to say. So, she went to University of Hawaii, Georgetown Law, a attorney by profession. Yet, if you look at her career, Hawaii House of Representatives, Lieutenant Governor of Hawaii, House of Representatives, U.S., and then Senator. Yeah, Dave, you are 100% correct. She has the intellectual standing of Joe Biden without ice cream. Oh yeah. Hawaii is a very deep blue state in a lot of fun ways. All right, so giving of all of us a voice. Mazie Kiko Hirono learned a lifelong lessons of independence and self-reliance growing up with her grandparents' rice farm in Fukushima, Japan. So she's an atomic moron. All right, so that's wow. That's a really short about. Oh, there we go. 8 years old. Yada yada. Yeah, went to Oahu. Mazie protested the Vietnam War. That's nice. Yeah. And there she is with old, oh no, that's her husband. I thought that was Daniel Akaka for a second. They have very similar noses. You know, Hawaii is on one of those lists of places that I need to stop, but I don't really want to stay for a whole week. Mazie continues to be a leader in our ongoing fight for equal opportunity and protections for all, especially areas of reproductive rights, murder, education, healthcare, voting, and civil rights, and to support of our Kiiku, Kupana, and veterans. Okay. Republicans and ultra-conservative Supreme Court push the country to the right by stripping millions of Americans their constitutional right to an abortion? Where the absolute bloody hell did she pull that from? Oh. Maisie will always step up and stand by our right to protect our rights. Maisie says that there are people getting screwed over in our country every second, minute, hour of our day. In her time in the public service, she's worked as a problem solver, has 3 life lessons. One person can make a difference. In Maisie's life, that's her mom. Half the battle is showing up. Is this like a G.I. Joe commercial? What the? You need to get out of your comfort zone. Like becoming a mother instead of just killing it because you want to go party? Yeah. All right. Let's see what her... Well, we know what her issues are, but let's see what she's running on as far as campaign issues. Defending our rights and freedoms, championing voting rights and our democracy, making healthcare affordable, fighting for affordability, protecting our environment, and advancing Native Hawaiian priorities. That's a state issue. All right, let's see what kind of crazy crap. The right to vote is a fundamental to our democracy. That's why Maisie is fighting to protect our democracy from Donald Trump and his MAGA allies, and protect the sacred right of every American to make their voices heard in our elections. From championing the John R. Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act to calling on enforceable ethical code for Supreme Court justices and more. I wish you could see how sarcastic I am looking at the screen right now. Maisie is fighting to strengthen our democracy and uphold the rule of law. She's also helping to confirm more than 200 federal judges under President Biden by bringing to important personal and professional diversity to our federal courts. I would rather have an AI deal with our courts now than some of this crap. Alrighty. Yeah. All right, Maisie. Bye-bye. Bob McDermott, running for the election in the Senate. Let's see. Member of Hawaii House of Representatives. McDermott served in the Marine Corps, got an MBA from Shamadine University. Nonprofit executor, realtor, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Let's see. So he's been in the House a little bit. And I guarantee he's not going to have a chance because, well, yeah. But anyway, we've got to give him his due. Mission statement. To win, running a God-centered campaign, conducting myself as a Christian gentleman while putting morality and decency back into the public discourse. Stopping the endless wars, protecting parental rights, students from gender equality. Gender ideological brainwashing. I like that. And our right to righting our fiscal ship. And sometimes it's not just me being bad at reading quickly. Sometimes it's jumbling things to fool YouTube. But it's mostly me being bad at reading quickly. Let's see. Bob McDermott and his wife, Mrs. McDermott. Let's see. Yep, still married. Cool. All right. Let's see. Let's meet Bob. Eight children and grandchildren. I mean, it did say he was Catholic, so I'm not shocked. His wife, at least, we can call her Utu instead of Uwu. You can clip that if you want. Kona coffee industry. Won a state house seat in 96. Champion of traditional marriage. Good man. Let's see. He's run a couple times. 2020, Bob blew whistle on Red Hill fuel storage site. Called the governor to declare a state of emergency in 2020. Leakage, EPO. Oh, interesting. So, all right. What's his key issues? Just give me like little synopsises without me having to hover over every damn thing. That's all I ask. Fiscal, environmental, national security, immigration, and cultural issues. We bolstered border security / illegal immigrant costs, tackled children trafficking with life sentences, ensured child safety with DNA testing. That's important. Fight fentanyl epidemic. Our pledge: enhance safety, security, and respect. All right. Let's see. Defend our kids from harmful ideologies, uphold pro-life values, combat censorship, ensure fairness, honor parental rights. Okay. Not a whole lot else for Bob McDermott, which... Let's see. Bobcat Red Hill fuel storage site sounds like a location from Fallout 3. Imagine it's covered with death claws as well. I mean, I would consider some of the large toucans and whatnot pretty close. All right, so that is Bob McDermott. And now we actually have a Green Party candidate for Hawaii. Emma Pullman. He was born in Balanga, Bataan, Philippines. Bachelor of, Bachelor Southern University, and then Loyola. She's a lawyer. Okay, that's the boilerplate. Well, we know what kind of vote she's trying to go for now, don't we? At least there's a little bit of like not just reacting. But yes, the Green Party is the party of simps. All right. About her. All right. Lawyer, California and USA. Usually you've got to pass separate bar exams, lady. Practice areas, mediation, earth law, water law, real estate law, trust law, monk seals as a client. Yep. Man, she is trying for the simp vote hard. Wow. She loves Hawaii. I mean, it's a pretty place, but come on, that's just current political projects. The Party of Earth and World Peace. Clean Hawaii's water, clean Alawai, remove Red Hill tanks, protect Manuika, Maui recovery, clean our ocean, dolphins, yada, yada, yada. Let's see, donate to my OnlyFans and the Green Party campaign. Let's see, I'm a Filipina, German, and Irish American. What? Let's see. Water's important. Ocean. Alawaya is a biohazard. Man-made river. Earth will not correct a man-made river. Army Corps of Engineers. I know, Dave. It's like I just can't imagine this not being an OnlyFans kind of thing. Let's see. Education, Paramount in Hawaii. Schools, locally grown, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. I'm an earth lawyer and mediator. Oh, gosh. This is kind of painful to read. Earth law coming soon. All right, chat. I'm gonna let you guys vote. Do I click on diary or not? I'll wait for the first 3 responses. Yeah, Bobcat to LGM. It's who the Sims in Hawaii will be voting for. I just wow. All right, we got 2 votes. All right, yeah, we're going for it. Oh boy. Green Party California speech. This is what wait. Oh wait. Water is life because life needs and thrives in water. Wherever a water source is always life. Pesticide is another word for poison. Pesticides were created for the purpose of killing cockroaches and other insects with hard exoskeletons. Insects literally survived the extinction of the dinosaurs. It's important to understand that if something can kill a cockroach, you better believe it can kill you too. Oh my god. Oh, just all right. I gotta know. Is it the same piece earlier? It is. It is. Oh, she's just recycling everything. All right. Just I just can't take. I cannot take any senator who posts pictures for the simps as a serious candidate. I'm sorry, Emma Jane Avila Pullman. I can't take you seriously. Yeah, I know. Everyone knows pesticides are poison. It's in the fucking name. Exactly, Dave. Oh, I can't. I just can't. This one, I'm just surprised she didn't have like a shop, because I mean it's like, yes, and link to my OnlyFans so I can become a senator. Ooh. Wow. All right. So, yeah, the final candidate for for Hawaii's Senate race is Shelby Billionaire of the We the People Party, also known as Pikachu. I mean, why not just call himself Sonichu? There's a shallow dive for everybody. So Shelby billionaire. Let's see. Went to the University of Hawaii, Manoa. And what on earth am I even seeing? Yep, right there. Isn't that the kind of dignity that you want brought to oh my god. Oh man. So this is his campaign. So he's about environmental racism, PVT, 20-year death early. Okay. Cancer, toxins, corruption, bribery, and treason. Reference to Office of Hawaiian Affairs. 48 minutes. So much for that. Yeah, LGM. Pikachu, I vote for you. Oh, dear Lord. Also, LGM, Shelby Billionaire sounds like the name of some guy who uses a dating profile for Eastern European women. Yeah. Right. Wow. I wish he had a shop. That would have been fun. That would have been really fun. All right. Hey, I was able to mute myself that time. Or not. I'm not sure anymore. Ah. All right. So now we move to Maine. All right. Angus King, independent, incumbent in the U.S. Senate since 2013. He replaced Olympia Snow, that vagabond. Let's see. He served as governor of Maine from 95 to 2003. Independent senators, Democrat National Committee resolution calling King and fellow independent Bernie Sanders to affiliate with the Democrat Party was defeated. So, yeah, let's see. Anything else? Dartmouth, University of Virginia Law School. Let's see. Career. Here we go. Graduated from Dartmouth and UV. Chief Counsel for U.S. Senate Subcommittee on Alcoholism and Narcotics. Vice President of Swift River House Company Renewable Energy Company. Founder of Northeast Energy Management. Governor of Maine. Distinguished lecturer at Bowdoin College. And then Senator from Maine. He's no Shelby billionaire, that I can tell you that much. All right, let's see old Angus's. All right. All right. About Angus. U.S. Senate. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. Don't care. Strong believer in a greater bipartisan dialogue and relationship building. Proud to join a long line of thoughtful independent leaders from the state of Maine. He's worked hard to bring Republicans and Democrats together to find common sense solutions for Maine and America. He provided consensus builder and calls them like he sees them. Wow, I've never heard that before. Let's see. Armed Services Committee, Select Committee on Intelligence, Energy, Natural Resources, Veterans Affairs. Yada, yada, yada. Senator King, most of his work. Former governor caucus. Okay. He's married, has 4 sons. Good for him. Not really anything jumping out. Let's take a look at the issues. Again, Hollywood Squares bullshit. All right. Small business and the economy, national security, veterans affairs, health care, housing, women's health care. Women deserve the right to make their own health care decisions. Not like they can't already. It's just they make stupid ones. Supporting older Maine people, energy, transportation infrastructure, fishing, farming, and forestry. That's important. Climate. Climate change is one of the greatest threats in our time. We have a duty to confront this monumental change so our children and grandchildren can enjoy this beautiful earth. Let's see. Cybersecurity. Yada, yada, yada. Critical infrastructure. Public health. Confidence in government. Parks and public lands. Public lands, national parks, national treasures, protect them, outdoor spaces, important. Mental health, providing green spaces, yada, yada, yada. All right. That was short and sweet. So, yep, no store, no fun stuff like that. Now we have Demi Cousinos? Okay. Running as the Republican for Maine. Biography, born in Saco, Maine, or Saco. Bachelor's degree from Maine at Orono. Doctor in dentistry at Tufts. Served U.S. Army. Career experience open. Okay. So, veteran, dentist, small business owner. Good enough. Well, at least she's not going for the simp vote. Well, let's meet Demi. Mainer. Daughter of legal immigrants. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Born and raised in Saco, first 4 daughters, hardworking Greek immigrants. A young girl spent her summers at her parents' restaurant in Venetia's, Old Orchard Beach. Served the Army. Let's see. Attended college, Maine, doctorate in dentistry, after graduation. Served Army overseas during the Cold War with her husband Joe. Experienced, deeply influenced, yada, yada, yada. Open to dentist practice. Okay. Well, community mall business owner. So that's like practical woman. Humbled by limitless opportunities as a mother and grandmother. Running for Senate. Okay. Let's see. Never forgotten limitless opportunities afforded her by this great country. She believes in fighting for the opportunities and values that have shaped her life, supporting hardworking people of Maine. Her journey is deeply rooted in Maine and extended beyond. Okay. And let's take a look at her issues. Strengthen Maine economy, push bipartisan solutions, safety and security, give Mainers a voice. Well, I mean, that's kind of what you're supposed to do. And that's kind of thin. Which is welcome. Ooh, we've got a store. Does the store work? All right. Nothing incredibly cringe. Well, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping for some super cringe-worthy merch here. All right. So now we have David Costello running as a Democrat from Maine. And, yep. All right. Born in Bangor, Maine. Costello, bachelor's degree, the George Washington University. Oh, you can never forget the. Graduate degree, London School of Economics and Political Science. And he's environmental policy consultant. Okay. Buckle up. And his campaign website, David Costello. We get to see him speaking to us in a muted fashion. I mean, you could almost do this as an AI, Callum. You really could. We need to think bigger and act boldly. Oh, interesting. They've got the old Maine symbol. That actually dates back to somewhere in the 1800s. They officially made it in like 1902, then replaced it with the state seal. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. I don't care about latest news. Let's get to about. Born in Bangor, raised in Old Town. Ooh, David's father, an Army vet, and AFL-CIO organizer. Ugh. Let's see. David has more than 25 years of senior-level state, local, and federal government experience. That's nice and vague. Participating in picket lines as a boy. Served Senator Ted Kennedy, National Field Staff in 1980. Top aide to Bill Diamond, Secretary of State for Maine. Worked primarily abroad for U.S. government, responding to political, humanitarian, and economic crises in conflict-torn areas such as Cambodia, Haiti, Bosnia, Croatia, Serbia, and Kosovo. Top aide for the mayor of Baltimore. Collaborative efforts to improve the city's school. 2007. Or senior aide, governor of Maryland. So he's just an opportunist locust type. He's got family. Good for him. Hey, I know that lake. Let's see. Reform agenda. Passage of the Freedom to Vote Act. Ooh, this sounds spooky. Other elections in the legislature improve, increase voter participation, modernizing nationwide voting infrastructure, mandating automatic voter registration, early voting, and no excuse voting by mail. That's some Australia level shit right there. Banning unreasonable voter purges, deceptive potlicking too, and partisan gerrymandering, reducing inordinate, unfair influence of excessive funding, including dark money. Ooh. Eliminate Senate filibuster. Passage of Fair Representation Act for more democratic and representative Congress. Establish proportionally elected non-gerrymandered multi-winner U.S. member House districts. Creation of independent, nonpartisan Federal Elections Committee. Independent, yada, yada, yada. Government Planning and Accountability and Performance Commission. Increased funding for objective news broadcasting. Enact public interest social media rules. Expand civics education and mandates funding. Creation national nonpartisan civics education. Increased funding. Fairer allocation of political power in the U.S. Senate. The hell is this? So the state's political clout is more in line with its population and the democratic principle of one person, one equal vote. The fact that Wyoming, with a population that is 70 times smaller, has an allocation of political power as obscenely Oh my God. Wow. Structuring the House of U.S. Representatives. Important constitutional reform. Abolish the Electoral College. Guarantee equal rights for women. How do they not? Ensure that nothing in the U.S. Constitution could be construed to forbid Congress or other states from forming, regulating, and limiting elections, campaign contribution, and spending. Again, the Senate and the House reform insanity. Establish 20-year term limits and mandatory requirement of age 80 years for federal court judges, including Supreme Court justices. Revise U.S. senators from 6 and 2 years to 4-year terms. Impose term limits of 20 years. Streamline the process for amending the United States Constitution. Holy shit, this dude is bad news. Economy, healthcare, climate change, environment, civil rights, retirement security, national security, public safety, and immigration. Pass comprehensive immigration reforms, facilitate legal immigration. Wow. I mean, this dude is... Yeah. All right. Well, this guy's dangerous. This guy's absolutely dangerous. David Costello. Wow. Yeah. When I do the election night coverage, I really want to see how many people in Maine fall for this clown just because he's got a D beside his name. Ooh. Well, all right. Breath of fresh air. Jason Cherry, independent. Let's see. He's got a law degree from George Mason. He was an FBI agent and legal instructor. Have no idea about him beyond that. Cool photograph. Yeah. Introduction to government ownership, executor style representation, reform issues. All right, well, let's see what Jason Cherry has to talk about this. Okay, criminal defense attorney and special agent, understand our laws, yada, yada, yada. Legal instructor and familiar with the Bill of Rights, principles of reasonableness, seemingly forgotten principles are critical to our nation and people in the world. Okay. Issues, government ownership, constitutional reform issues, protections of bills of rights, term limits, age limits, ranked choice voting, no. Mandatory qualifications, mandatory communications. Qualities, U.S. Constitution doesn't mandate transparency. I didn't expect to get this way. Our representatives bound by law communicate honest, timely manner. Reassessment for clemency power, abuse of executive clemency powers is a recurring concern. Judiciary reform, justice branch, Social Security, immigration, healthcare, environment, gun control. I'm in favor of registering private firearm sales and reasonable red flag laws to remove weapons from individuals deemed mentally unstable through due process. I'm against punishing law-abiding firearm owners. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that wraps up Maine. And And that takes us back to the map. So that took about as long as I expected, about 2 hours for 5 states with multiple candidates. Hopefully you go through this, find out where your candidate stands. Maybe you're going to run far, far away from any and all of these candidates. Write yourself in. Avoid that insane man from Maine. That one, honestly, that kind of broke me. Not gonna lie. But on that note, I think it's about time for me to wrap up. Appreciated everybody for coming and hanging out. Especially Dave, Maureen, Callum, LGM, Bobcat, Prime Knight popped in, I see. Somehow Seagull Man showed up. So, yeah. I think I'll throw in a short outro. And I think we're going to be done here. Again, appreciate everybody, and I'll catch you next time.
Standing in the rain with his head held high, clipping up diamonds. It was an IB10 show, and the wrong crowd. He could picture the scene, put his ear to the wall, and like the distant scream, he heard one vote, just blew him away. He saw stars in his eyes, and the very next day, bought a box of dollars in a second-hand hall. Didn't know how to sign it, but he knew for sure that one vote felt good in his hands. Didn't take long to understand. Just one vote, slowing way down low, was a one-way ticket, only one way to go. So he started voting, ain't never gonna stop. Gotta keep on voting, someday gonna make it to the top and be a ballot box hero. Got stars in his eyes. He's a ballot box hero. He took one box hero, stars in his eyes. Ballot box hero, you come alive tonight. In a town without a name, in a heavy downpour, thought he passed his own shadow.